Hiya, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rosie Henshaw. If you're new here, then welcome. It's lovely to meet you. And if you're already existing, guys, then thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. I can smell some of the stuff on the side here and it just feels so Christmassy. I've literally just filmed a Home Bargains and B&M Christmas haul. I've been collecting these bits now for a good few months, so obviously lots of their shops bring out their bits quite early. So it's quite a haul. So I decided to separate them. So if you haven't watched that one and you want to watch that, I'll leave that in the description box below. I've got charity shop here. I've got some bits from Fine Nordic. I've got some bits from Asda. I've also got a couple bits from Poundland as well. I thought I'd add this in this video because you know what? They're actually really cute little bits. And I find it a real struggle at the moment to find different bits in the pound shop. So when I went in there and found these bits, I thought I've got to add these to this video. And then also I went into a little Christmas shop, the White Company, just a few little shops that I thought I'd share you these little Christmassy bits that I'm going to be adding to my home. So these bits I'm going to say are more sort of like, you know, when you like go out and you buy some like really special little individual bits to pop into your Christmas collection. So I'm going to say last year I bought some stockings and they were really, really beautiful. They were like a real little investment. I got them off of Etsy and they're William Morris print, and they are something that I know that when I'm a grandma, fingers crossed I become a grandma, and I'm lucky enough to live to that age, I will, hopefully they'll be the same ones out. They're like the things forever. And I've also got the elves that I've been collecting over the last few years as well. And these are just a couple of the bits that I'm adding. And I know sometimes when I share them in my video, you guys love them. So I thought I'd do a special little video for you guys if you wanted to see these bits. So get your nice cup of tea and let's get in. I've actually got a tea. It's a really cold tea, but I'm a mum of 4, so I'm used to a cold tea, in my Emma Bridgewater mug. And we're gonna start off with pigs. And I'm not talking about me scribbling away a tin of celebrations and eating it, then replacing it, then eating it in this week alone because I'm getting really sick of the diet. Yeah, I'm not talking about me being a little pig, I'm talking about these pigs. So I've really got into little pigs. Now there's a really lovely shop near me called Great Danes and it's really lovely. I'm sure it's Scandinavian stuff. But they sold the little pixies, the little May-leg pixies that I put out at Christmas, and I absolutely love them. They are beautiful. And when I was in there, they also had this like really lovely large wooden pig, and it was an Advent pig. And the lady that owns Great Danes, she's so lovely. She's, I'm gonna say she's Danish, or she's Scandinavian. I don't want to be like casually racist because I don't actually know, because I'm absolutely shockingly terrible at geography. And her husband's American. They're a really lovely couple and they own this little shop and it's like a little boutique shop. And I went in there and she's so nice, like she gives you all her time. And I was like, oh, this is a really nice Christmas pig. And I love the look of it. And she was like, yes, she said, it's a Advent pig. And she basically explained the concept to me. So it's 4 candles go into this pig and they have lots of pigs at Christmas. I was like, it's a new thing for me, but it was really cute. And each Sunday each Sunday in December, they light the candle in one of the Advent pigs and they have to spend time as a family together, quiet time while the candle's burning, whether that be watching TV, you know, having cuddles, chatting, playing board games, you name it. It's an Advent pig and I love the idea of that. I thought that's so good. So I bought this red pig. Gary was like, why have you bought this red wooden pig for Christmas? I was like, I don't know, but I loved it. So I got it. Anyway, long story short, I was looking for one to go on my table and I had to go to the hospital a couple of weeks ago. I had problems with my heart and I had to go in hospital. I was in A&E and I was sat there for absolutely hours, like hours. I was there at like 7 p.m. at night till about 6 o'clock the next morning. Anyway, I was a bit delirious and I'm just going to share this because it's quite funny. I was searching for Advent pigs and I found a website called Fine Nordic, and obviously this must be where they get their stock from because they're cheaper and it's a really good website. I found that they had little mini wooden pigs. So I've got this one, but in the larger one with the 4 bits in it. It's a little mini one. And I thought, oh, they're cute. I could have them on my table. So I was having a look and I was making an imaginary basket. Does anyone else do that? Make an imaginary basket of stuff that you know you're not going to buy, but if you was rich, you'd have this basket. Me being delirious, right? I knew I ordered these. I thought I'd ordered 2 red ones, to be honest with you. I got a little green one. They're going to go on my table. I've got a green one and a red one now. I thought I'd got 2 little red ones for my table, but I'm not ordering no more. So I've got the red and the green. And then I was like, wouldn't it be so funny if we've got all the elves, if we had a little pig in the family for like Bertie, because they don't do dogs. And I fell in love with this little pig decoration cushion, and I thought, this is very cute. But I ordered it in green. So when a box come, about 2 days later, I'm looking at this, I was like, I didn't order nothing, what has come here? And I'm opening it, and Gary's like, you've just ordered loads of pigs. And I was like, yeah, funny story, it was while I was in A&E. And he was allowed to stay with me for a certain time, but then he had to get back, so my nan was staying here for the children to get to school. So he had to leave. And he was like, was that when I left? He was like, and you just ordered loads of pigs. I was like, well, I was in A&E, got to let me off, gal. So now I've got, it's like stealing each other's bums. I've got a green one and a red one. But funny story is, I only wanted the red one because I thought it would look really cute with the elves. This can be like little Bertie then. We always call him like little piglet because he like sneezes and goes, makes little noise. It should have been a pug. And I thought I'd have that out. But the green one come, and I haven't got the heart to send it back because it's so beautiful. And this little look, his little curly towel. It's so beautiful. I said to Gary, please can I keep them? He was like, yes, you can, you weirdo. And I said, I'm gonna pop this green one out in the hallway. It worked out so well. I'm gonna put this green one out in the hallway, out where the bench is in the boot room. Now, I mean, I say it works out so well. That was my original plan, but my delirious plan, like, oh, if I'd, you know, all the money in the world, I'd have this one out there, I'd have this one there, I did plan on getting 2 of these. I think I was differentiating between sizes. I think these are $5.99. And I'm gonna say these are 14, I don't actually know. I can't actually remember how much these were in my mode of delirium. If I can link them, I'll link them below. I'll link the website below so you can have a little look. But yeah, the little May leg pigs. I was like, oh, I love them. So I got those. And then as well, I've got something from the charity shop. So I'll show you my little charity shop find. So you may have seen these in one of my videos the other week. There's a little charity shop and it's a St Helens hospice, but it's like a vintage style layout that they've got in Colchester, which is really good. And they had these 2 baskets, one of them for £1.50 and one of them was like for £1, loads of plates. So I saw these 2, they're slightly mismatched, but I'm gonna put some like plate hangers on the back of these and hang these up somewhere, rather Christmassy. And I thought I'd share that with you because I shared the Getting Charity Shop books with you a couple of years ago. So like I always say, like when you go to a charity shop, a lot of the books have like these hardback covers. They have like these slips on them that are rather ugly. Have a little peek. Some of these books have the most beautiful spines, like leather spines, and they'll have like red with gold writing or green. And they're so beautiful. And all of these books that people buy, like Chanel and, you know, that, you know, like, what's it called? There's a cookbook that everyone, is it Kin Fed or something? There's such beautiful books, but they're like £20, £25 plus. The Chanel books and stuff can be like £50, etc. You could literally get these books from charity shops and they are beautiful looking books and you can have them as coffee table books. Read them as well by all means if you want to, but I know a lot of these books aren't being bought to be read because they look pretty. So you go to the charity shop and get them, and at Christmas I like to get them in reds and golds and greens, and sometimes it's quite nice to have a day where you go out thrifting near Christmas and you'll go out and you'll have a look for these books and they act as decorations. You can even have them stacked underneath the tree. They just look really beautiful. And plates is another thing. You don't have to add everything Christmassy. You can have things that you can have out all year, or you can just use them for Christmas, but they can be everyday items that would look really beautiful, but they add a bit of Christmas, you know. You can even stick some like little hollies and stuff and some ribbons to these if you wanted to at the top to hang them. So I got those as well. I also got from the company Fine Nordic when I ordered the pigs. I got this. It's like a really beautiful star garland and it's on like a metal wire. I don't really want to get it out because it's going to get all tangled up, but it's like 3 meters long and it's this really beautiful like little metal white individual stars hanging on it. It's really long and it's going to be a perfect fit for my picture out at the back where I make like the little village scene, and I thought that could be tangled in that because I do have the 2 little mistletoe garlands that I joined together and they used to be on my dresser and they are the perfect length. It's a little bit shy, but I had some stems in it. But I've been adding some gold bells and I really love like the gold sort of look to it. And I also got my cherub candle holder that I got from my junk shop that used to be at the end of my road. It closed down and I always get at Christmas, I get very, very sentimental about it because he always had the best vintagey bits in there. But I have that out and I just thought like that's like a tin sort of look. So I got this, the garland. It doesn't say how much it was. It's an IB Larson one. So it's all the same sort of like Nordic stuff. But yeah, I got this garland, but yeah, it's 3 meters, so it's like really long and it's just the individual stars on it. And I thought with the lights on the background of the mistletoe garland, it's going to really twinkle and show beautiful. You could even wrap this around a tree. Really beautiful. I got those. I mean, to be honest with you, if they are a real faff and get too tangled, I may even just cut the stars off and just individually pin them onto my actual mistletoe garland as they are. We'll see. I had to untangle that and like wrap it because Albert got it out of the box. He was helping me get it out when I was getting the pigs. As soon as he saw these, he was like, oh, is that for me? I was like opening stuff, and yeah, it's got a bit tangled. So it took me a while to untangle it and put it in the bag. So I popped that there. I also got, we're still talking about individually bits, aren't we? Well, it's all very individually. I'll get onto the pan shop bits in a minute. So I also went to, there's an antique shop called The Shoulder of Mutton, and it's in Colchester, and I went with my friend because she's just bought a little farmhouse basically on the same road, and it's really lovely. She was like, there's this little antique shop and there's a tea room, there's like a little stream where the kids can like skim stones. So we went there last weekend, and I've got to tell you, there was a spooky bit in there. And I've said on my Instagram, I don't really say on here, I'm a little bit witchy. Like my friends always come to me if they want to know stuff, and there's like certain things that I'll just guess. Like Gary and the kids laugh, and it's a known thing between my family and friends that I'm just a bit spooky. But my friend Rebecca, she was like, apparently there's a ghost here. And apparently you can feel the presence. That the lady said there's a room. So as you go upstairs, if you go to the showroom, there's loads of rooms that come off. And the lady said, I won't tell you which room it is, and I want you to tell me where in the room. And I got up to the top of the stairs, and she was like, I want to see what you say, Rosie, because you're always right about these things. So I walked up the top of the stairs, and Millie laughed. And I went, is that room there? I said, it's in the corner by the window. And Millie looked at me because they'd been told, the girls had been told. And Millie was like, you're right about the room. Why over there? And I stood over there. Anyway, we come downstairs, and I said to the lady, and I said, it's right by the window. It's really like warm over there. I said, and I said to my friend Rebecca, I said, and I felt this like hot burn on my face here. I was like, I can really feel like a hot burn on my face, and I'm going really off now. It's supposed to be a Christmas video, but it's a really good antique shop. And then we come downstairs to the lady in the little antique shop bit, and she said, did you guess what room it was? And the two girls was like, yeah, they did guess what the room was right. And she said, yeah. She went, did you guess the area right? And we went, where is it? I said by the window. And she went, no. She said, it's actually in the middle of the living room, middle of the room. I went, oh, well, I got that wrong. She said, well, no, we had a seance there. She said, and we had lots of these mediums there. She said, naturally, in fact, you are right. She said, because we were standing in the middle, and the medium said that the lady come over from by the window. She walked over into the middle of the room. She said, so you are right. And I was like, oh. She said, it's really weird. Lots of people come in, and the mediums were saying they got burning feeling on their face. And my friend Rebecca just went, she looks at me, she goes, you witch. And we was looking, and they had all like these little symbols for witches on the walls and that on the beam. It was just a really cool place. If you like that kind of stuff, you've got to go there. It's really cool, and you can really, really feel it in there. Yeah, Shoulder of Mutton, they get new dealers going there, taking little antique bits in. Long story short, I bought like a little French painting, oil painting that's going up in my downstairs loo. And I also got the find of the century. I have these on my Christmas tree, but they're really expensive. This one was a brand new one that the tag's still on. Oh, she's cut it off. It was like a little purple tag with paper on it. And you can buy the little ornaments in there. I think I paid £8 for this. These are about 25 quid in Fortnum & Mason. So yeah, I got the little Fortnum & Mason. I got another one for my tree. So I've got one on that living room tree, and then one on the other living room tree. So I think I might even put this one in the hallway. But I got this one. You didn't need to know that story. I did actually have a lady message me the other day on one of my Primark videos. She's like, boring, talks too much. I just want to see the stuff. Don't want to know your life story. So I will just say this. I do apologise if you're here just for the stuff. Feel free to forward past my big gob. I like to chat to you though, guys. I just get, this is my hobby. This isn't my job. I like to chat, and I like this. It's got to bring me joy, and it's just got to be natural to me. Otherwise, I just don't want to do it. So, yeah, I do apologise. Then, I went to Notting Hill. This has obviously been collected over the weeks and months and stuff. So I popped to Notting Hill the other week as well. And when I was there was this little shop. I can't think of what the name was, but they make little handmade little decorations in there. So I got these little mushrooms. How gorgeous are these little mushrooms? They're like velvet with the little ties and the little felt at the bottom. They're all handmade. So I've got 2 mushrooms. Oh look, little festive raspberry ripples. They're just so beautiful. I love them. So I've got these. I will say though, one of the other mushroom shapes was a bit weird. It looked a bit rude. I was like, is that something that belongs in someone's? It was a bit weird, but I love these little ones. I got those. And then also as well, the lady, she was tying some of these up actually. They had these little hammered gold stars, but all of these little strings on there, they've all been dyed with beetroot and stuff like that. I just thought they're really like organic looking, really cute. Really nice. So I'm gonna hang them from the tree as well. So I got them from the shop in Notting Hill. And then I also got this. I've got hiccups terribly now. Got all excited about the witches in the shoulder mutton. But if you like that kind of stuff, I mean, we went the week before Halloween, so it was quite good to go there. If you're just going there for Christmas, just go to the antiques bit. They've got a little string, they do tea and cake and that in there. It's really cute. You ain't got to go there for that kind of stuff. These handmade tin swallows. How beautiful are these? They had these in silver as well, and I did say I was a bit, they've got like 2 little holes on the back and the ribbon. I'm probably going to put a red ribbon on this, but I was a bit not upset. That was a bit of a strong emotion. I wanted to get another one going in the opposite direction to sort of have them like flowing on the tree, but they didn't. And some people, I showed these on my Instagram, and some people were like, can't you just turn it round? But I can't, because the back isn't the same. It isn't hammered properly. It's obviously like the recess of it, and then also these bits are hung on it. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a shame for about 2 seconds. I wasn't sad at all, but I don't know why I said that. Just feel sorry for me that I couldn't buy another swallow. But I got this one, and I just thought this would be really nice. And I actually thought I may even pop this on the peg rail, because it'll go with the little tin Cupid that I've got, and obviously the little, you know, we're going for a little bit of a tin thing in the background, little gold tin. So I got that as well. Shall I show you the Poundland stuff? Because Poundland stuff's really cute. I'll show you Poundland stuff. So in the pound shop, I got, these were really cute. The reason I picked these up is because now in the pound shop, I find it's all the same stuff now. They don't really have a lot of the stuff. Christmas would be good. I'll have a little look and I'll try and do my gift guides, because then they bring in the one-off bits for presents. But throughout the year, and the decoration side of it, I feel like it's been the same stuff every year. And when they do bring nice new stuff, it's way more than £1. So when I saw these bits, I thought I've got to share these with you, because these are really good. So I got, for £1 each, would you believe? I know, in the pound shop these days, we can't get nothing for £1. These really gorgeous little glass Christmas tree candle holders. Really, really lovely. And I just thought on a table, or even if I'm going to do these in my winter village scene, these can be the Christmas trees and then have some candles in them. It just looks so lovely. And £1 each. Now, by all means, you could spray paint these gold if you wanted to, or add a bit of rub and buff, or spray paint them white, any colour you wanted to do. You could even like paint little red dots onto these to make them look like they've got like little decorations on them. But literally £1 each. And I just thought they'll look really lovely with candles in. I also got, for Albert's tree, if your children are into the Jellycat stuff, I know this isn't Jellycat, but I feel like you've got to be some sort of rich to be able to buy Jellycat ornaments for a Christmas tree, because they're really expensive. They're like these teddy bears that you can get. And Millie has got a Jellycat, and Albert has got a Jellycat. They've all had one when there was a baby. They're like a little bunny, and they're like really soft teddy bears. However, it's become very popular to collect them. And you know, they're beautiful, but they've now made the decorations for the Christmas tree, which are gorgeous, but they can range from like 22 to like £50 for these decorations for a Christmas tree, and they're just teddy bear ones. So I saw this, and I've got this for Albert's tree, but if you like that style of Jellycat decorations, go to the pound shop. They've got a couple of different ones, and they had a candy cane one, a wreath one, and I got this little one, a little Christmas tree. For £1, it's like a little teddy bear hanging decoration for the tree, and it's really cute. And it's not Jellycat, but it looks very similar. It's got the same vibe, and it's only £1. Got this little one, and I just thought it was really, really cute. So you can have that on his Christmas tree, little decoration. It's got the little red ribbon on it to hang it up. I also got these little houses. So every year that I do my decorations and I put up my little winter village, people are like, Rosie, where are the little houses from? And obviously I've collected them from different places over the years. Some of them might be like Hobbycraft, other ones I got from the charity shops. And I just thought, if you want to do like a little scene, they do have the little porcelain ones in One Below, which is like a pound shop in like porcelain, but they only have like 2 different designs. But in the pound shop for £1, they had these little houses in gold. And I actually think these are really beautiful in gold as they are. However, you could spray paint these, you can hang them from your tree if you want to. I'm actually going to take that little bit off. And I'm going to have these also incorporated into the winter village. I just got one, because I'm adding pops, as I said, if I haven't already said in this video, adding pops of gold tint. I might even go over it with a bit of rub and buff, just so to make sure that they're all the same gold, because these are a bit more yellowy gold, and this one's a bit more of a champagne gold, so I'll probably go over this with rub and buff. But I just thought these are really nice little designs, and obviously you can turn them different ways on the shelf, so they look like different houses. So stacked together, you'd have one like that, one without the little door bit. It would look really cute, and they're only £1, so you can make a little village from getting these from the charity shop. Maybe put some like fairy lights behind them so they can twinkle, really nice. We've got those. And then I also got these. So these would be a really good alternative as well if you want bells in your Christmas tree or hanging them from a wreath. These were £1 as well, these Christmas bells. They're hung from this like red ribbon. I would change the ribbon because it's poorly executed. I mean, they've like just tied it randomly. Hey baby, having a lollipop? Yeah, I love you. £1 and you get 2 of them on there. You know, I mean, they're joint as one, but I would use them individually or tie them together. Really, really lovely. So I got those. I just thought they were really cute little bits from the pound shop. I also got some really lovely, these are to go on my new fireplace mantle. These little bow, these were £3 each from Asda, little candle holders. How beautiful are these? Even the feet have got like the little towels of the feet. They are stunning and they're in a really beautiful, like, they look like a hammered brass. £3 each. I got those and I also got some candles from Primark to pop in these. These were £2.50 and they're like the little holly design ones. So I'm gonna pop them in there and I just think they're gonna look really lovely on the mantle. You know, let's get them out. I wanted to keep them together, but realistically, now I've started doing Christmas videos, there's no way that I'm not gonna decorate ASAP. Gary always says to me, wait until after bonfire night, and then I'm like, all right, fair enough. It's a dream team, but I will say something. We actually popped to London yesterday to go see family. As we was driving, Gary did put Heart Christmas on, and I was like, and the kids and me were all laughing at him. We was like, oh really? But you're in the Christmas spirit now, are you, Gary? So right, when Daddy listened to Heart Christmas, he put it on, yeah. And then we laughed because he was like, that's just like, you know, typical. He's like, not yet, not yet. I just think they look really stunning, just so expensive, and they've got like this sort of like, I don't know, this sort of like vintagey look about them as well. They're just really nice. Just really, really beautiful. So I got those. And then, if you love a vintage Christmas, like, you know, like the very sort of like vintagey looking Santas, etc., do not go to Anthropologie. I said that in my last video, but do not go to Anthropologie yet. You need to go B&M, Home Bargains, and you need to go, obviously I've done that video separate, the range. Look at these mugs. How cute are these? We've got like a little winking Santa. I had to get these. I think I've got the receipt actually in here. How much were they? These were £5.99. I'm sorry, but just out in the kitchen, they're just gonna look absolutely adorable. But they've also got the vintage looking reindeer ones. You know, like the very deer, like they've got that real little deer face. It's not too animated. I just thought they're beautiful. Like, I could have easily have got these in a thrift shop in America, the sort of vintage, just giving original Coca-Cola vibes. £5.99, these are so beautiful. Last bits I got from Etsy, some gorgeous bows. Now, I've got these made, these are on there, I'll list them, I'll put them in, I'll link them below. There's a seller that makes these. There's a few different sellers and a few different prices of the sizes that you want. I'll link my one exactly if you want to have a look, but obviously feel free if you want different sizes. So on my Christmas tree, the Christmas tree in the dining room is a made tree. So everything on that tree has been either handmade or it's been sort of like painted or decoupage. It's been changed. Nothing on that tree is, you know, just bought and stuck on there. However, on the top of the tree, there's a star that I made in a green ticking stripe that's really beautiful. And I thought I might make a star for the other living room tree. And then I thought, a bow would look nice. So I started looking for some ticking stripe material, and then I come across these ticking stripe bows on Etsy, and I thought, this one I have the star that I made, but the one in the living room, how beautiful would this go on there? Like, it sent me off on a tangent. So I got the most beautiful red ticking stripe bow. I mean, this would just look lovely. Just hung up anywhere, wouldn't it, at Christmas? Hang it on a door, hang it on a peg rail shelf, hang it literally anywhere you want to, on a wreath. I probably wouldn't put this on a wreath outside, I wouldn't want it to get ruined. Indoors, internally, lovely. But I got this one. I got the smaller size. She does do ones with much longer tails on them, but I got the smaller size. She's put ribbon on it, so you could tie with ribbon if you want. But also, she's put this like little eyelet loop on it. So I'm literally just gonna pop the tree tail up through that and hang that on the top of the tree. I just think that's so beautiful. This one, at the bottom, I've got it in the green because it will go out there. So this one I'm going to have out all year. I'm going to have this on the little, like, you know, the hallway unit. I made that bow out of the, not the bow, I'm getting so excited. Stop, Rose, talk properly. I made the wreath out of hops, so I'm going to just tie this on there and have it out all year because I think it'll look really nice. However, when I have the garland on the stairs, at the bottom, where I have to tie it on with ribbon and like cable ties, you just get this little messy part that you have to cover. And I was tying a ribbon, but I couldn't make anything too dramatic on there. I was having to add loads, and I just thought this will look perfect at the bottom of the stairs with the garland. I mean, I love it. I might even, let me grab this. I know it's in part of this video. This is one of the swags I got from Home Bargains. I think I might even attach this to the bottom of the banister, and then that will finish that off really nice. Do you know what I mean? Not the red bow on there, but I'll get rid of that. I could even put a couple of them little pan shop bells. Oh, there's an idea. Oh, and lastly, the most favourite thing, I get one of these every year and it smells amazing, and I always light it on the day I have the wreath making with the girls when they come round, because it just feels really nice. I put this in my porch, it just smells really Christmassy and welcoming, and it is the White Company winter candle. I'm going to be honest with you, I have smelt some candles that smell amazing and they smell just like it, but none of them have the amount of strength that where it carries it around the house. I mean, if I light this in my porch, you are filled with the sort of mulled spices around the whole entire house, and it just lingers for so long. It's so beautiful. They really are worth the money at this time of year. I'm not one to get them throughout the year. I might get them they're in the sale, etc. But realistically, I don't think for winter candles, the smell of them, anything is as strong as these ones. It's really beautiful. I do like the DW candles from TK Maxx. I think they're all Home Sense. They're really nice. And they burn really lovely. And I feel like their autumn candles are the one. I don't feel like their autumn candles match because I'm not too keen on any of their scents. However, the winter scent, they're all very similar. These are very, very strong. A little goes a long way. You light this literally 10 minutes in your house and it's filled with scent. And I'm not one to have super candles on all the time. I kind of limit it sort of like this sort of time of year. So I have some for autumn, the pumpkin ones, and then I'll just put them on now and again. And then at Christmas time. So yeah, really beautiful White Company one. So this is my horrific proof that I love to shop, because actually I've been squirreling these away in the utility room cupboards, and as I've got them out, I've gone, I think you have a problem, Rosie. Which clearly I do, but it's fine. I have a problem. Cuff me, officer. I feel like the Grinch. It was me, and I'm sorry. When I say it's going, I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's just some really lovely bits, isn't it, this time of year? Oh, so this has been my little alternative Christmas haul. I will link anything I can below, and I will also list where everything is from, just because I know that I am really talk fast and sometimes it's hard to catch, and then if you have to rewind it, you can rewind past if you want to rehear. So I will list where everything is from, even if I can't link it. I will pop it below in the description box. Them little bits from Pound Shop as well, like them bells, they're very good. They work at 50p each. So yeah, very good. And by the time you split them, obviously it's £1 for the pack, but yeah, about 50p each. I've not found them cheaper anywhere else. And I really love this. And the pig. I'm gonna say these are my favourites. I have to say the pig's my favourite, because Gary would be like, well, you can send him back then, can't you? No, I absolutely love him. We shall call him Percy. No, it can't be Percy. That's M&S, isn't it? That was the first P name that come to me. The green one will be called Pippin. She can be a girl. She can be a girl pig. P, not Peter. What's a really nice little pig name? We shall name him Derek. I know it's weird. We shall name him Derek the pig. Derek. Yeah, I just love this pig. I just love it. It's just a dream. And he's gonna look so nice with the little elves, like the little pixies out this year. Even his ears are excited when he moves. I'm definitely not wearing the head, I tell you. As Christmas just you know, exaggerates that fact for me. I love Christmas, and do you know what it is? It's because I'm just super nostalgic. I'm super nostalgic, and then when I was getting sold the story about the Advent pig, it made me feel so magical and warm inside that now I'm like, I'm going to recreate that every year. I'm basically Scandinavian myself now. I've took that over as my own. I'm going to have loads of pigs. To be fair, I will say, my family are pig farmers, and my granddad has got loads of pictures, especially with these big pigs. He'll love these. They say you mustn't lay down with pigs, don't they? Because obviously they'll just eat anything. But there's actual pictures of my granddad laying on his pig, Billy Boy, and like riding the pig. And him and his sister Carol would just lay with the pigs. And yeah, they own a really big pig farm. So actually, I can just say it's from that, a little bit of heritage in that. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what your favourites are. There's just too many to decide for me. But hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. I've been Rosie Henshaw. See you later. Take care. Bye.